Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. I'm in my studio. I'm so happy. So the swelling has finally subsided enough that I can at least walk flat-footed instead of, kind of like this. Yeah, my foot was not swollen before I had them set my toe. And then after that, it poofed up like a football, and that's where it stayed. So that was the main reason that I was not doing the stairs, just because it was so swollen. It was miserable. But good news is it's getting better. Today is Halloween, so 4 days after they set it. And I'm able to at least walk somewhat flat-footed, So I figured I would come down and do a project. So the one good thing is my hands have pretty much healed up. My thumb is still, come on, focus camera. My thumb is still a little, there we go. Still a little tender, and this is what I had done when I demolded the last project, but my hands have healed up. My arm is getting much better. So I think what I'm going to do, because I don't want to give up resin, I love it. So instead of doing everyday resin projects, I'm going to space them out a little bit maybe. I will see. I don't know. I want to be able to keep doing them. So I guess, I don't know. We'll see how my hands react in the next, few videos. And then I will go from there. I will adjust. But so it might not be every day. But, I have other things that I could fill in with. So what I need from you is, if I can't do a resin video every day, what would you rather see? Would you rather see like more power techs, more painting, more jewelry making? It's totally up to you guys. I love them all, so it doesn't really matter. So put that in the comments, what you would prefer, and that way I can try to adjust accordingly. Excuse me. So I got these in the mail last week, and, maybe it was it was Monday of this week. I don't even know I thought it was Saturday today, guys. So, I got these. I didn't know who sent them, but I since found out they were from Craftor. A bunch of, different resin artists got these. So this is their new, mica powder, and I will put a link in the description to these. And there are some gorgeous colors. There's orange. This is like a green, but it's more of like an oceany green. And this is a green blue. This red wine, I'm dying to try this. So we're going to use this one today. And let's see, what is this? This is a purplish red. Coffee. We've got a beautiful purple, rose red, watermelon. So a couple of nice pinks. We've got this blue. And we have a dark blue. So what I pulled out is these two gnomes that I had got last year in Happy Mail. I don't remember who gave them to me, but I absolutely love them. So my thinking is I can either pour them all one color and then decorate them after, or we could try a swirl and then I could still decorate them, because then it would, like their body and their hat would have different colors. So I might go for, I don't know, like a swirl color, almost like a dirty pour. And we'll do a couple of colors in here. So maybe I'll do one in the dark blue and the light blue with a white. And then we'll do, no, these ones are really too close though. I want to do the red wine. And I wanted to kind of keep them with, like, I don't know, fall colors. Or maybe, like, Christmassy. Let's see. Is there another green? That's like it's called blackish green. To me, it looks more like a blue green. All right, why don't we do these two colors in the white? So we'll do a light blue and a dark blue. We'll do a red and a blackish green with some white. And we'll just do like dirty pours. So, yeah, these have a lot of really nice colors. There is, it looks like this one is a nice bronze. And that's a golden. And then they have a black. You know, they got a bunch of... Now, this one's called Flow Golden. So, I don't know what that is, but we will be trying that coming up. So, we'll start with 5 colors. And let me grab my gloves here. So, I'm going to make up 8 ounces. I don't know if they hold 4 ounces, but we'll make 8 just to be on the safe side. And let me, oh, I gotta get up and get a cup. You know, and that was the other thing. If everything would have been like an arm's reach down here, then it would have, you know, it would have made things better, but it is not. So, all right, now I am going to use the Bond Craftor resin, which is the 1-to-1. So they are going to be having a giveaway. I didn't hear back from my rep, so I don't know when, but I do know that the resin's on sale right now. So, I have a discount code if you go to their website, but if you go to Amazon, they do not have a discount code anymore because it's already really cheap. So, but you can still take advantage of the sale if you use my link. So, all right, so we got 4 ounces of that one. And let's do 4 ounces of A. And then I'm going to put this in the Resiners mixer here. I love this mixer. The only thing, I keep forgetting that you have 2 on-offs. You have one for the base to raise it. So you have to turn this on. And then you hit the button to raise it. So we're gonna, and I'm gonna change the paddle to the smaller paddle. Comes with 2 paddles, a big one and a little one. And it just clicks in. And then I'll put it in and we will lower. Now I'm hoping that I don't have to hand hold it because it is pretty full, but sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. So now I got to turn the top one on. Okay, so I'm not going to have to hold it. But I like it because it has a light. So it goes for 90 seconds, and then you hit it again, and that will give you your 3-minute mixing time. So I'm just going to move this out, and we'll get some cups, some paper cups. Let's see. So I'm going to need 6 cups. to mix up the 3 different colors. Well, actually, technically 5, because the white I can make for both. So let's do, we'll get these open, and then we'll get our micas in, and then I'll pour some of the alcohol. So those of you that don't know, by putting the alcohol into your mica powder beforehand it makes sure that you have your mica powders are all mixed up. And I don't think I'm going to need a lot of color per each one. Okay, so that stopped. I'm going to hit it again. All right, I'll wipe this off. Let's move this out of the way for right now. And then we'll do the light blue. And then with whatever we have left, I'll find something to pour it. There we go, my word. All right, so let's do the green. We'll do the white last. Oh, this is really shimmery. That is really a pretty green. And then we will do the red. Oh, my button's stuck. Oh, well, that is not good. All right, let me just take my finger and scrape off as much as I can here. So I'm just kind of using my finger. And then I'm going to wipe this off right now. I'm going to spray some alcohol and really give that a good wipe. Okay. So let's continue with our colors. So we were getting ready to do the red. And then I will run this through the Resiners debubbler once I get these all mixed. And now we'll do the white. Another paper towel so I can wipe my sticks off in my opener thingy. Okay. And I'm going to put a little bit more of the white because I'm going to put more resin in the white than the other ones. Because like I said, we're going to do them like a dirty pour. Wipe my stick. And let's take some alcohol. I'm going to start with the white. And you just need a little bit. And if you pour too much, it will dissipate. So don't stress too much. Oh. And I'll wipe that. Whoa, that's like way too much, but. So it just dissolves that mica powder. Let's just maybe use a pipette. That will probably work better. Yeah. And this will also let you know how sparkly your mica powders are going to be, too. Ooh, that's a really pretty one. Okay. So we have our mixed mica powder. So I'm just going to take this and just make sure that this is, you know, all mixed and scraped and mixed together. So is everybody ready for Halloween tonight? So who's giving candy out tonight? We are. So I'm going to go halfway with each. I'll kind of go to the line. There's like a little line on the side of the cup. So I'll try to go to there and hopefully I have enough. And then obviously I'm going to put a little bit more on the white after. So let's just get these mixed in to make sure if we need to add more, we can. But at least the bulk of it will be already mixed in. Might add a little bit more. This one's really shimmery. Look at that. This one almost has like an aurora effect to it. I guess they're looking okay. I guess we'll go with that. And then what I'll do is run these through the Resiners debubbler. And the Let's Resin. I'll split them between the two if they don't all fit in one. And then we will just do like a dirty pour. And let's get this green. This is really pretty. Really, really pretty. And I am going to add a little bit more of these colors. Before I even mix the white, let's... Because I do want them to be opaque. But at least this way here, most of that mica powder is mixed in. see if it made a difference or not. Yeah, definitely made a difference. And then we'll do the red. Because you definitely want to make sure your mica powders are mixed in well. And the one good thing about running them through the debubbler, it gives them enough time. If there is any mixed, it should float to the top and you'll see it. So then you can mix it in, you know, at that point. And just mix slow so you don't mix, you know, any bubbles in. Yeah, much better. Much, much better. All right, so I got them done. I'm dying to see these colors all mixed in. They should be really pretty. This one to me definitely screams like winter, snowy, you know, that kind of vibe. Yeah, so I'm going to have to pull out my Christmassy type molds and we can start doing those. We'll just kind of do them different ways to see what we get. So I do have another set of gnomes. They're a little bit bigger and we'll probably do those ones on the next video that I do. So, all right, let's get this mixed in. Because I did add more mica in this. All right, so we had 8 ounces. We've got 1 ounce left. Do I just, why don't we just kind of mix it between them? Well, I know I need more of this one because this is going in both. So we'll put it in here. Give that a good stir around. All right, we'll just pour it all in this one, and that way I can debubble it in this cup. So that gives us 2.5 ounces of the white. Get that mixed, see if I got to add any more now. Yeah. Yep. We definitely got to add some more. I'm going to add just a smidge more because I do want to make sure that it's opaque. Now, to me, this looks more of like a creamy white than a bright white. but we'll see once we get them mixed. Yeah, much better. Okay, so I'll get this ran through the debubbler, and I will be right back. Okay, so we've got it all debubbled, and I'm just gonna stir the white a little bit. All right, so we have one that's got the tree, and the other one has the snowflake. So we're going to do the snowflake one in blues and white, and this one in the reds and greens. So I did pull out a cup. So I think we're going to do a dirty pour in one, and then the other one I will just mix the colors, right? We can try that. All right, so I'm going to do a tiny bit of white first, then the dark blue, light blue, some white, dark blue, light blue, and some white. And then we will see if that is enough. All right, so let's just see if this is enough. Like I said, I don't remember oh my gosh, guys, I made just enough. Well, I dirty poured just enough for this one. What are the chances? All right, I'm just going to move that back. So we do still have some other colors, which is fine. And then on this one, I'm just going to just kind of pour it like this and see which way looks best. All right, so we have enough for that one. Now, no, I'm not going to have enough to do this one. Maybe I will. All right, let's just pour them all in one cup, and I will scrape. And I guess we will go from there. All right, so let's just one, and let's do the green. I'm gonna put a little bit of the white in the middle, just like that. Then the dark blue, just do all the dark blue. The red, and then finish it off with the rest of the white. I don't know. Let's see. What kind of disaster we can come up with. And I will let these set for about an hour. And then I will come back down as long as my foot is still feeling okay, if it didn't swell up. And I will pop these in the curing machine. All right, so let's just see what we get. Oh, man. I kind of had a feeling. All right. Crap. So I'm going to mix up 2 more ounces. I'll just do that off camera. I do want to squeeze these little tree ends because I can see there's bubbles in there. I should have poured this one slower. All right, so what I'm gonna, I don't know, if I put this through the debubbler, you guys might know, but where I swirled it, is it gonna pull and mix all my colors? Probably. Because I can't tell if it's some white in the tips or if they're bubbles. All right. I guess we're just gonna, it's gonna be what it is, and then I might have to fix it. Who knows? I can't tell if they're bubbles or not. All right, so I'll mix up 2 more. I don't know, I'll probably just do 2 colors and fill that. Or maybe even, I don't know, maybe just fill it with clear and give it like a crackle effect. I don't know. So it'll be a surprise when we come back. But I will be back for demold, guys. Okay, guys, so it is now the next day. We kept losing power yesterday, so I ended up not putting these in the curing machine because I'm like, it's just going to keep shutting off, and yeah. So I just kind of let it go, and here we are, next day. And we're still having some really strong winds today, so I'm assuming we will maybe lose power again. So I'm just trimming off that little bit of overage. So I ended up making 60 more mLs, and I mixed the 2 blues and a white to finish, so it would kind of match. I just didn't do the red and the green. So, and here we have our cute little peacock that I will turn into a fridge magnet. And we did good, no bubbles. Oh, maybe one right there, little one. But I can deal with that. All right. This is the one that I was nervous about because I'm afraid I'm going to have bubbles in my tips. All right. Let me just get this going down here. Oh, so yeah, so I know I had asked you guys if you were ready for Halloween. Well, obviously I thought this video was going to be able to get out yesterday, but it didn't. So how was everybody's Halloween? We actually had quite a few trick-or-treaters this year, which I was surprised. All right, let's see. Oh, we got a couple bubbles down here. But not as bad as I thought, guys. One there. Oh, a big one there. But not bad. The colors kind of merged, kind of cool. So that's that one. So those were the 2 extras. All right, let's get these little guys out. Oh, it's cute. It's really cute. There's more of the red in the back than in the front, but, you know, it is what it is. This one seemed to merge, like, more. Yeah, these colors seem to have merged a little bit. Oh, but this is the one that we poured, too. That's right. This is the one we did the dirty pour on. So, yeah. So, let's doll these guys up a little bit. Let me get my B7000. Yeah, and I kind of overdid it on my foot yesterday. I'm just trying to figure out what colors here which ones I want to use. Let's see. Because these ones, they're all the same size. Whereas my other ones, I can pick different sizes. I guess I'm going to use these for the snowflake. Let me get my little tray. Actually, these ones might be too big. Yep. All right, we're going to go the next size down. Let me get my wax pencil here. So if your pencil stops picking up, just scrape. It's probably because you got glue on the wax part. All right, I'm gonna try to zoom in here a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna try using the small bottle, and I'm just going to outline the snowflake. So I'll do the, like the long arms of the snowflake first. And then we'll go in with the smaller ones for the little side pieces of the snowflake. I could have actually gone down a size. But it is what it is. Just trying to keep them as straight as I can. Okay. I'll put these back. And we will take out some of these. All right, so I'm just going to put a dot on each little tip here. I'll just do I'll do that top half first, and then we'll flip him around. Little glue stringies. Come on. Okay. And now we'll just do the same on the other side. And we'll do the bottom. So after I get this done, I'm going to get all my Halloween stuff together. I'm going to have my husband bring my totes upstairs, and then he can bring them back down. Usually I would just bring them up and down and make trips on the stairs, but yeah, I'm going to try to avoid that today. Oh, so there is our cute little snowflake all blinged. And there are some little spots in its hat. So let's do, some clear. And I'm just going to use one of these little spoons. And I think I'm going to use these real little ones. Okay. And this way he will just have like a little bit of sparkle in his hat. There we go. Just a little bling bling. All right, I'm gonna let that dry. And I think what I'm gonna do with this one is, let me sharpen this pencil. Oh, I got a sharpener over here. And I think what I'm going to do is just do like the little diamonds on the tree. Oops. Come on. Come on. Oh, I'm dreading tonight, guys. We turn our clocks back an hour. Yuck. I hate this time. Because the days just drag out. There we go. Got some little blingy bling going on there. All right, and let's do out the star. I'll use these multicolored ones. So I'm just gonna put this glue on the entire star, and then we will just fill it in with some stones. And I could have went with the smaller ones on the star, but I wanted the star to, you know, stand out a little bit more. Like that. You know, because the star is the focal point of the tree. All right, so And let me just grab my where's my comb? Oh. And we just do his, just the bands on his belt. Just so it kind of, you know, makes it show up a little bit. Oh. There. I think that's just enough accent on that one. And just because I got some really big bubbles, I'm not going to do anything to this. I'll just keep it plain. That's an extra anyways. So these were the two that I wanted to make sure that I finished off for you. Plus, I don't want to keep, you know, have too long of a video. So, yeah, that is our video for today, guys. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. And when I get ready to pour these two, how should we do it? Should I turn them inside out and mica them or what? Let me know in the description below, guys. And I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.